Welcome back to our weekly Asian entertainment roundup, and we have a loaded lineup today. We're talking courtroom twists, brand power wins, global award shows, and some major moves from BTS. There's also minheejin's fourth hearing, which delivered explosive evidence about the manufactured copying narrative, Japan's anime industry, and Sony, who wants a piece of it. So let's get to it. First up, new releases. Let's start with a bang. Itzy, Tunnel Vision. Next is a former label mate, marktuan, the big brother of GOT7 with High SU. Philippine boy band Alamat released Luz Viminda. And I'm sure you miss Monsta X. They're back with Baby Blue. Thailand's pride, jeffsatur, is taking things slow with Golden Night. 17's Hoshi is not to be left behind with Fallen Superstar. Girl Set, JYP's global girl group, is making us dance with Little Miss. 50-50 is here with Skittles. How about some plave with Boo? And EJ is still riding her golden high with Take It Slow. As always, check the playlist in the comment section and let us know which one will be on your repeat. Are you a fan of e-games? Then you must have heard T1 roaring to victory. 2025 League of Legends Worlds, the Super Bowl of esports, drew 6.7 million live viewers for its nail-biting finale. In Chengdu, China, on November 9, 2025, South Korea's T1 unleashed pure dominance, clawing back from the edge to crush rival KT Rolster 3-2 in a 5-game thriller that had 18,000-strong crowd erupting. From shaky early matches to sweeping powerhouse like Top Sports, T1 peaked when it mattered, hoisting the Summoners Cup for a record 6th time, the first team ever to three-peat. At the heart of this dynasty is Faker, or Hee Sang-hyuk, the undisputed GOAT of esports. Since bursting onto the scene at 17 in 2013, Faker has redefined greatness. 6 world's titles: 2013, 2015, 2016, 2023, 2024, and this year, 2025. 8 finals appearances and a mechanical mastery that turns chaos into checkmates. T1's triumph is a testament to the team's unbreakable will. As confetti rained and Faker lifted the trophy, the esports world bowed. They truly are the gods of gaming. Worship accordingly. How about some girl group news? Illit's next album is going to be released on the 24th. It doesn't mean that they're not breaking records while we're waiting for the next album. Illit's Magnetic has officially surpassed 700 million streams on Spotify, becoming the fastest debut song by a K-pop group to do so, achieving it in just 597 days, surpassing New Jeans' Hype Boy, which reached that mark at 1,156 days. Bomb, their latest album, has surpassed 500,000 copies sold on Circle Chart. Now, all of their albums have reached that milestone. They will also be appearing in the NHK Kohaku Utagassen, a big concert festival in Japan. They joined twice and LE SSERAFIM as the only K-pop girl groups to appear at the show multiple times in a row. And speaking of Twice, their single Takedown and Strategy are on their 18th and 16th week in Billboard Hot 100, respectively. This gives them the longest and second longest charting song by a Korean girl group inside America's premier music chart. And according to touring data reports, Twice made history by selling 53,752 tickets per night at the Tokyo Dome during their This Is For World Tour, making it the most attended K-pop concert ever held at the venue. They collected 38,236,330 in gross revenue. They sold 389,427 tickets across 8 shows. But the most important celebration, Twice's Maknae is celebrating her 13th JYP anniversary. She joined JYP on November 15, 2012, when she was just 13. Fans worldwide are now honoring the milestone on social media with tributes to her perseverance and successes. The anniversary coincides with Twice's sold-out concerts in Taiwan. The show is on the 22nd and the 23rd. Speaking of sold-out shows, KATSEYE debut headlining tour, The Beautiful Chaos Tour, kicks off today, November 15. It will run through mid-December, spanning 16 shows across the US, Canada, and Mexico. This supports their EP, Beautiful Chaos. Their next stop is in Toronto on the 18th. About some shocking news. Kimsoohyun is very close to redemption. Lawyer Boo Ji-sok has now changed his tune after months of implying Kim Soo-hyun played a role in Kim Se-ron's decline. He is now saying he doesn't think Kim Soo-hyun is responsible for anything. Yep, I had to read that twice. This reversal came after Kim Soo-hyun's lawyer, Ko Sang-rok, released a detailed breakdown dismantling nearly every major allegation. The 1,000 photos, which never really existed, they said, the Kakao Talk messages with no metadata, the supposed military emails, and the constantly shifting family timeline that helped fuel the scandal. And here's where it gets surreal. Ko says the bereaved family is now insisting they never believed Kim Soo-hyun caused her death. And whatever Kim Se-wi from Garosero has been claiming is entirely his doing. People are confused because they actually held joint press conferences and provided materials he used to build those narratives. Meanwhile, the police have sped up the investigation ahead of the NFS or voice analysis result, which will determine whether those widely circulated recordings were manipulated. Ko openly questioned why Kim Se-i keeps on pushing claims the family now denies, even as he faces multiple complaints for defamation and spreading false information. The contradictions are glaring. The cheek-to-cheek photo the family said was from her high school years is now acknowledged to be from 2020. And Ko revealed that in 2024, she contacted her former agency about those same photos, which the agency allegedly interpreted as pressure and responded by forgiving a 700 million won debt. A year later, the same photos reappeared through Garosero. What a twist. Well, we're gonna have to wait. What's going to happen? How about something light? Stray Kids are in full comeback mode. Their next mini album, Do It, is set for release on the 21st. And as per usual, the album is entirely produced by their in-house unit, 3 Racha, featuring double-titled track, Do It, and Fresh Play. This marks their quickest turnaround yet, just 3 months after Karma in August. They're not the only one dropping an album. RIIZE is dropping Rising on the 25th, like a neon meteor packed with glitchy hooks and zero chill. Don't forget to pre-save now or forever hold your peace. Still from SM Entertainment, NCT Dream. They are coming back with Dreamscape. And it's dropping on the 18th. It's giving main character energy for sure with synths. that slap harder than Mark's rap verses. Make sure to pre-save, people. And the kings of the virtual world, Plave, will be releasing Sense of Summer straight into your soul on the 28th. There are 5 tracks of pixel perfect heartbreak, led by Wait For You, which hits like a summer fling you ghosted but still text at 2 a.m. Plug It, Zone Out, and Cry in 4K. We're not done yet. Riddles by CRAVITY will drop on the 20th. It's a 5-star brain teaser wrapped in bass drops. Stay seated. And this one's a tour. Boy Next Door just slammed Knock On Volume 1 Asia leg into full gear, kicking off November 22 in Yokohama. 6 boys, 1 mission. Turn every arena into a chaotic group chat. If you thought their selfies were loud and entertaining, wait till you hear the screams. Grab tickets before your bias wrecks your wallet. Now let's shift to something formal. Minheejin versus B-Lift Lab. The 4th hearing made one thing unmistakably clear. Minheejin didn't react to public opinion. She created it. B-Lift submitted Kakao Talk messages showing that on Illit's debut day, Min instructed her VP to contact a junior analyst and writer carrying 4 things: a maliciously edited video comparing Illit to New Jeans, forum comments she curated to look like public outrage, talking points telling him to frame Illit as New Jeans' copy, and instructions to argue that HYBE investors should sell. The messages show Min giving direct, scripted lines on what the VP should say to the writer. They're not suggestions, they were orders. B-Lift argued that Min's claim that public opinion said Illit copied New Jeans actually collapses once you see she planted the very posts she later cited. They presented messages between Min and her former VP discussing how to brand Illit as a copy, how to time the narrative, and how to seed early chatter before the group debut had even aired. B-Lift emphasized that public opinion is not an objective evidence of plagiarism. And even if it were, you cannot rely on public comments that you yourself seeded. They also noted that Min's press conference broadcast her accusations globally, affecting stock sentiment and company reputation. Min, of course, fought back. She said that it was her opinion, not a statement of fact, and therefore not defamation. Next hearing is going to be on January. Which way do you think the judge is gonna go? For anime lovers out there, Japan's anime industry hits a record $25 billion, and Sony wants a part of it. Japan's anime industry just hit a record all-time high. New data from the Association of Japanese Animations shows the sector generated $25.3 billion in 2024, a 14.8% jump from the previous year and more than double its size a decade ago. For the second year in a row, overseas revenue outperformed domestic, $14 billion internationally versus $10.8 billion in Japan. Overseas sales climbed 26% year on year, showing how aggressively global demand is growing. We just love anime. Anime studios also set a new record with $3 billion in production revenue through a Teikoku databank survey notes that rising labor and production costs are squeezing many smaller studios, even as Blockbuster pushed the overall numbers higher. Sony wants a piece of this success. Speaking at TIFF.com in Tokyo, Sony Pictures International Productions executive Shebnem Askin confirmed that Sony Pictures is meeting with multiple Japanese companies to secure anime IP for global live-action adaptations, calling it one of their main goals at the market. Sony Pictures already has a manga to live-action hit with Kingdom, but this signals a wider push. Askin also said that the studio is currently searching for action comedies, which she called surprisingly hard to find. I think it's time for many Asian countries to actually start pushing their own anime industry, huh? And here's a favorite topic of many. Boy group member brand reputation ranking for November is out. And guess who's number 1? It's Jimin. with 4,389,785 points. This is his third consecutive month at number 1 and 10th month in the top 5 for 2025. Yep, he was ranking even while he was serving. And close behind is his travel buddy Jungkook with 3,547,123 points. This is his 8th month in the top 5 in 2025. Like Jimin, he was ranking while he was serving. At number 3, Gdragon. He is on tour. It's not surprising. He has 3,444,575 points. He has never left the top 5 this year. At number 4, the big brother of BTS, Jin, with 3,371,172 points. Jin is also a top 5 mainstay this year with 9 months. And at number 5, V, 2,242,545 points. This is V's 4th consecutive month in the top 5 this year. And check the rest of the top 30 on your screen right now. KGMA, or Korean Grand Music Awards, Day 1 is done. The show kicked off at Inspire Arena with Namji-yoon and Irene hosting Artist Day, and honestly, the energy was wild. The first big moment, ATEEZ walked away with a Grand Artist Award, a massive daesang, and a huge stamp on their monster year. This is their 3rd daesang in less than a year. Next, Grand Performer Award. Boy Next Door took the prize, continuing their streak as one of the fastest rising boy groups in the industry. This is their 1st daesang. And then we have the Grand Honors Choice, not one winner, but 2. The Boys and All Day Project. Both pulled in major recognition from the judges for consistency, growth, and standout stages this year. Wow, All Day Project is less than a year old. Congratulations to the group, and for the rest of the winners, check your screen. Just pause if you need to and get ready for day 2. Since we're already talking about 4 of the 7 members of BTS, why don't we end with them? V is currently in Los Angeles for the launch of TIRTIR's pop-up. And make no mistake, this is more than just a brand event. This is a tactical move. V's global star power is being leveraged to help the Korean skincare brand penetrate the US market. Watch very closely. V is bridging K-pop credibility with American market muscle. And the leader also showed up for his own live stream. RM took to a live broadcast and delivered a very sharp message. He said, "Armies, focus on BTS and tune out the noise." He didn't specify what he meant by noise, but we all know that they have been going through a lot of things right now. From privacy invasion to a parent of a fellow idol that spurred a heated exchange with armies, everyone is after BTS. But RM's plea was a strategic call to center the music and the group's vision, rather than get bogged down in destruction. You have to admit, it makes sense. Well, if you are looking for something to do, why don't you head to the movies? The official movie of J-Hope's tour, Hope on the Stage the Movie, hits theaters worldwide today. For US fans especially, you've got today and tomorrow to catch it on the big screen. Check www.jhopethemovie.com for details. And last, but definitely not the least, Are You Sure Season 2 dropped its official poster and full schedule. And yes, it's exciting. I can hardly wait. Are You Sure Season 1 became Disney's most watched Asia Pacific variety, and it was the most healing show in that era, capturing the deep bond and love between Jimin and Jungkook. This follow-up is expected to be 50% chaotic, 50% healing, 100% Jimin and Jungkook friendship. It's laughter, travel, adventure, love, and unfiltered charm of 2 global icons just being themselves. And it's poised to be an even bigger moment. See you every Wednesday for the whole of December. I hope you enjoyed this week's roundup, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever is left of it. Also, please consider donating to the channel. The QR code is right there. We are porting all of our funds onto the online magazine, asianentertainmentandculture.com. Please consider visiting the website. We are on a soft launch. We are going to do a hard launch by the end of the month or next month. We're prepared. It's just that we want to upload more content on the magazine. Also, please follow me on X, on IG, but more importantly, on Patreon. You should see that right there. There. Okay. And but Patreon is where the community is. If you want to find people with the same interests as you, please go there. We have a free tier just in case you want to try things out. And also, if you're a Patreon member or YouTube member, I also opened that one several months ago. I do a live stream once a week, members only, and also exclusive videos. So please consider supporting me there. That is it. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification button. But the most important thing is for you to share the video to your friends, family members, text it to people, leave a link on your social media, on your messaging app, on your email, everywhere. That is going to push the algorithm to recommend this more. Thank you so much. Till next time.